Hi, I'm Rance and welcome to my YouTube channel, Rance120. I'm creating this channel to kind of start documenting some of my upcoming outdoor adventures with an emphasis in hiking, backpacking, camping, or just anything else that involves being outdoors. I'm creating this as just an additional way to archive memories that I create in doing these adventures, but also I know there's some that can't get out and do this type of thing just for various reasons, whether that's work related, financial obligations, health reasons. So if I can bring the outdoors indoors, I think that'd be pretty neat. Just making someone laugh or smile or bringing back a memory that they once had when they were outdoors. I think that's ultimately what it's all about. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, I grew up in Southwest Kansas. Graduated high school there, moved to Oklahoma for college. At the end of my first year of college, I got a job working for the largest python breeder, snake breeder in the world. I worked for him all through college, graduated with a 4-year degree in finance. I worked for about another year and a half with him, decided I probably ought to try and utilize my degree. Got hired with a finance company. Did that for about, 10-12 months. Decided it just was not my cup of tea. So I went back to work for the snake guy, did that for another year or two, and during that time I'd put in some applications for another job, or an application. I was fortunate enough to get hired on with a large fire department, and I've been at that job, well, I guess you'd call it more of a career, for almost 12 years now. So that's kind of the concise version of me. Okay, so let's get this first adventure kicked off. In a few days, July 25th, 3 friends and I are going to be flying to California, and we're going to attempt to hike the Muir Trail. This is a 211-mile long trail that goes through the Sierra Nevada mountain range. It goes through several national parks. We are actually going to start south of the Mount Whitney Trail, about 30 miles, and hike northbound. Most people start at Yosemite National Park and hike southbound and summit Mount Whitney kind of for the pinnacle of the trip. We're kind of going to do the opposite. It's just the permits were a little easier to secure doing it the way that we're going to. So bottom line is, we're going to do our best. We're going to have fun. I hope we see some amazing wildlife. Mountain lion would be pretty cool, even a bear, and yes, mostly a snake. I know we're going to be at some pretty high elevation, but there are certain species that do thrive at those higher elevations. So sorry about the fly. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy the channel. If there's something specific you would like to see, maybe setting up camp or kind of what we eat throughout the day along the trail, just leave me a comment and I'll do my best to get it into the video. Again, I just want to thank you, and we'll see you on the trail. One more thing, I'm actually also going to include a gear portion into this intro video, so it's kind of an intro video and a gear video. I'm just going to show what we're going to be carrying for 3 or 4 weeks in our pack. For those of you that are interested in that, stay tuned. It's going to just kind of show everything I'm going to have in my pack, down to the very last ibuprofen, Benadryl, what kind of tent, sleeping bag, etc., cook set, blah blah blah. Anyway, so stay tuned, and we'll take a look at the gear. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to start with the big 3 items. This is my Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. It's the long wide version. I think it weighs 16 ounces. Next we have my duplex tent. It weighs about 20 ounces. I'll show a picture of that here in just a second. And my sleeping bag, which is the Western Mountaineering Versalite. It weighs 2 pounds. It's a 10-degree bag. Maybe a little more than what I'll need out there, but just in case. I wasn't going to go buy a quilt just to shave a little weight. I already had this. So, and I'm also packing everything in these Hyperlight packing pods. I like the way they just help organize everything. And I'll be putting everything in those, and they fit nicely down in my pack. And if I have to take everything out of the pack, it's just a few bags, so not a big deal. This is my comfort item, if you will, luxury item. My pillow, Sea to Summit inflatable pillow. Can't beat a good night's rest. My black diamond trekking poles, not really a big 3 item, but I've wrapped duct tape around them in case I need that for any reason. My backpack, which I've had for several years, is a ULA Catalyst. It's a 70-liter pack. Again, more than I need probably, but I wasn't gonna buy a lighter pack just to shave a little bit of weight. The nice thing about this pack, it will actually hold my bear canister, which I'll get to that in a minute. It'll hold it inside it vertically with all the packing pods, so essentially everything can go inside my pack for the most part. As a water bottle holder, this is a Waymark holder, I believe, and this is a 700 milliliter bottle, which I'll be carrying along with 1 liter. So, and it's got really large hip pockets, so that's nice. Okay, moving on to the hiking clothes. Got my Active Ice Outdoor Research sun gloves. Don't want my hands to get fried the first day. This is just a neck gaiter. I think it's made by Magellan. I'll be wearing Injinji toe sock liners. I won't hardly hike without those. They really saved me from getting blisters. And then on top of that, I hike with Darn Tough. These are actually not the hiking version. They're the Coolmax running. They're just super thin, ultra light, and I just felt like the other ones were a little bit warmer and weren't necessary. So, ex officio underwear. I don't need to elaborate on underwear, I don't think. Then my top is just a Columbia PFG with a little bit of a collar. It's long sleeve, so I'm wearing that. These are the Columbia Silver Ridge. They zip off and turn into shorts if I want to do that, if it's too hot or want to work on my tan. Okay, sunglasses I'll be wearing constantly, and just a boonie hat to hopefully keep my head from getting too burnt. I'll be hiking in these. These are the Lone Peak 3.5s. I tried the 4.0s, but they just caused an issue. They were rubbing a tendon on my foot that I've been dealing with for a while now, so it was extremely hard to find the older version. But anyway, red was what they had, so that's what I got. Okay, the extra clothes I'll be taking: 1 extra pair of underwear, ex officio. I'll be taking just an extra pair of extremely lightweight shorts if I need to wear them in town while doing laundry. What I'm actually going to sleep in, these are the Darn Tough hiking version, a little bit thicker, still ankle height. And then this top is a icebreaker. It's merino wool. It's pretty thin, but it's warm, so that's what I'll be sleeping in for a top. I can actually wear that in town also while I'm doing laundry. PCBCG running tights I'll be sleeping in. My rain jacket slash windbreaker is the Montbell Versalite. It is nice. I really like this thing. I think it weighs 6.2 ounces, but I'll probably wear that a fair amount, I'd imagine. Rain pants, I'm still debating on whether to take these or not. These are the anti-gravity gear rain pants. I think they're like 4 ounces, so not very heavy. And then 1 extra pair of hiking socks. Again, Injinji with the Darn Tough running socks. And then I'm taking a beanie. It's an old Under Armour. It's actually falling apart, but I suspect it'll work. These are just possum down gloves. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to take them, but we can always send them home. And a pair of Dirty Girl gaiters. Again, I'm not sure if I'll be using them with those high top shoes. I don't seem to have an issue with gravel or rocks getting in my shoe. And this is just the mosquito net in case there's mosquitoes. My camp shoes, or
shoes that I'll be wearing across streams if they're just few and far between, so I don't have to get my hiking shoes wet. These are just Under Armour. I don't know what style they are, but they have like Michelin treads. Very good grip, super light. I think the pair is like 10 ounces. Anyway, a lot of people do Crocs, but I just like these, so that's what I got. Okay, moving on to the electronics. This is the Anker 20,000 milliamp, maybe 20,100 with my red coyote sticker. That's pretty cool. This is a lavalier mic. It's just an omnidirectional mic that does a little bit better audio and has a windscreen with it. So I'll probably be using that quite a bit. A small tripod for the camera. Anker wall charger with, this is a 6 foot. I have a 3, but I would imagine there are times where an extra 3 foot would come in handy. So I'm probably going to take that. Garmin InReach. I can text on this. It's got topo maps on it. SOS if there is actually a true emergency. It's just peace of mind, you know, I think for family back home and for yourself. iPhone. Oh yeah, I'm recording everything on iPhone 7, which is what I'll be taking along on the trail. This holder I actually clip onto my chest or my sternum strap. That way my phone's right there. I've been training that way, and I just like having it right there. If it rains, I can put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in my hip pocket, but I prefer to have it out for easy access. These are 128 gigabyte SanDisk USB to Lightning. That way I can store some photos or videos if I start running out of room. Versus sending everything to the iCloud. A Bluetooth remote for the camera or pictures or video, either one. This is the Night Core. I believe it's the NU32. It's 550 lumens. It's pretty bright. Has red LED in it also. So I like one function on this. You can actually lock it out so you don't put it in your pack and it comes on and drains your battery. So that ought to be a nice thing to have along for some night hiking. Just another charging cable. This actually charges the Garmin and the headlamp. Okay. Sorry this video is kind of rushed. I only have a few days left and I am a little bit pressed for time. Okay, my cook set. Toke's long handle spoon with the polished bowl or whatever you call it. Bandana, mini Bic lighter with Leuco tape for blisters. Just a little piece of sponge, the lid, and this is the 700 milliliter. I believe it's the Snow Peak. Then this is the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. I think it weighs like 2.6 ounces. Fuel canister. I'll actually buy when I get out there, and just a cozy for that. I'm actually considering cold soaking everything because that whole system weighs a pound, so that's up in the air as well. Okay, so we're gonna go straight from the cook set to the poop set. Alright, this is the Prairie Dog trowel, so you can dig a nice hole to use the bathroom in. Toilet paper. I took the cardboard out to save some weight. Ziploc bag for it all to go in, and you have to pack out your dirty toilet paper, which this is a barrier-proof op sack that I'll be taking along for dirty wet wipes, toilet paper, or whatever. So got some wet wipes, and then just a few of the larger dude wipes that I put into a Ziploc bag. Purell, yes, I know there's some redundancy there, but I'm probably taking them both. Okay, my water filtration. This is just the Sawyer, I don't know, the regular size, whichever one it is. And the Knock water bladder. So I'll scoop the water in this, screw this on to the end of it, and filter my water into a clean bottle. So I'm actually just going to carry a full 1 liter, the 700 milliliter that's in my pack, and then I'm going to take another empty 1 liter just in case I feel like I need to carry more water. Okay, the rest of this is just kind of miscellaneous items, but I'll just go through it quickly. These are the MSR mini groundhog steaks, super light. Takes 8 to set up my tent. I have 9, just 1 extra. I believe that's it. Toothbrush, which I've cut down, cut in half. Obviously, contact case. Toothpaste, contact solution. I'm taking 2 pairs of extra contacts. There are multivitamins, magnesium, and turmeric. Helps with inflammation and just health. And this, I have some Advil, 18 Advil, I believe. The pink are Benadryl. I have 6 of those, and then 6 Imodium in case I need to shut my system down because I drink bad water or food. I've got my Z-seat, Thermarest Z-seat, just when you sit down, a little more cushion. This is just a microfiber towel and my medical kit, which is pretty skimpy. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's super glue. That needs to come out. Anyway, there's tweezers, clippers, like 4 band-aids, a couple of alcohol prep pads, clothespin, maybe to hang my socks off my pack while I'm walking. I mean, there's virtually nothing in there. Thermarest patch pad. I'm just not going to take a lot of extra first aid stuff. Umbrella for sun protection. May or may not take that. Haven't decided. I'll probably take it for the first stretch and then ship it home if I don't use it. It's a pressurized ink pen I got from Academy. So can write when it's freezing or upside down, whatever. This is the little knife I'll be taking. Swiss Army knife. It's got toothpick, tweezers, scissors, knife. This is the Z-Packs little, excuse me, wallet I'll be taking. Z-Packs little sewing kit. Never sewed in my life, so not sure what I'd even do with that. Got a case for my glasses. Chapstick, more Leuko tape around it. Sunscreen, 70 SPF. Be using that. That's the stick. It's not the lotion. I think it's a little easier. Earplugs. Well, you know what they're for. Gold Bond for chafing. Yeah, let's hope that's not an issue. Body Glide. Again, for chafing of any kind. It's just a John Muir little pocket atlas. So I'll be carrying that. It's a pretty detailed little map. I like that. I don't think my puffy, I don't think I mentioned that. It's just the Arc'teryx Cerium SV. It's the heavier version or for more extreme weather. Again, probably overkill, but that's what I had. I think it's actually 14 ounces, but I certainly won't get cold wearing that. Okay, this is the bear canister. A bear canister is required on the John Muir Trail to keep your food in, and then any other scented items. You don't want the bear to get any of that. Helps protect you. You also don't want the bear to associate hikers with food, because that could be a problem for the bear. If it gets to be a problem, best case scenario, they might relocate the bear. Worst case, they could euthanize it, which would be unfortunate. So I have 7 days of food in here. I have 7 of these Ziploc bags with food in them. The canister itself is 2.9 pounds. It's a BVM 500. So this is a day of food that I'm got and I'll be eating. I think it might not be enough calories, so I'm probably going to pick up some beef jerky and a few extra things just in case. Just dried oats, old-fashioned Quaker oats, banana chips, walnuts, coconut flakes, and like a tablespoon of brown sugar. I just mixed it all together. And this is apricot preserves. I'm going to dump in there. So that's breakfast. Mid-morning snack, Cliff Bar, crunchy peanut butter. Good. I am going to pick up tortillas when I get out there. And I'll be having tortillas and tuna and some Louisiana hot sauce. Mid-afternoon snack, Lenny and Larry's Complete Cookie. It's good stuff. Half a cookie is 200 calories, so you got 400 calories in this cookie, which I'll probably need. And dinner is a Mountain House meal. I just dumped it in a Ziploc bag. This is the spaghetti, and then I've got these packets of olive oil I'll also be dumping in there for a little extra calories. And that, I think, is it. I've got a few more of these Hyperlight pods, which all this other stuff fits into. So, that's what I got. That is exactly what I'll be starting the trail with. And I weighed this, and it currently is 33 pounds and 12 ounces. I don't know what my base weight is. I didn't weigh that individually, but I mean, really, I don't care. I want to know what the pack's going to weigh when I hit the trailhead. And as of now, that's what it weighs. So I'm going to stick with this. I may ship a few things home once I start the trail. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you follow along. If you have any questions that I didn't cover, just leave me a comment, and we'll go from there. Thanks.